What's up guys, welcome back for another Yugioh Pro Duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup, second match here in Group A, well the fourth match in total for Group A being number 2 and number 4, SHADDOLLS, Holy Lightning SHADDOLLS, Star Seraph SHADDOLLS. I think this should be an OCG version from back in 2014, versus Invoked Dragon. Seen by a lot of people as already a title candidate. I kind of feel the same because of the power of Dragon, but still, okay, well, matches still need to be played, and there are much more, well, equal as powerful lists and decks in the tournament this year. So which deck has the advantage? And, well, the people votes from the previous video is that most people, like 88% of the people prefer or see Invoked Dragon over SHADDOLLS, only sitting at about 11%, so of the votes that is. I kinda feel the same, how the previous match featuring SHADDOLLS went, but then again SHADDOLLS are strong, they have Winda. And this particular SHADDOLL list does have, or does pack some shenanigans like Shockmaster, BS, more traps as well. So, you know, Vanity's Emptiness not to forget. So, I mean, the duel still needs to be played, right? Okay. So Invoked Dragon opts to start, goes first, and I think this is an okay hand. It's Master Rule 4, by the way, versus Master Rule 3, so putting Makaba in the extra monster zone. Magicalized Fusion in the opening hand is not that great, but yeah, you want to have your Anaconda as soon as possible, right? So Pancratops is fantastic. I still opt to go first because SHADDOLLS, at least in their main deck, aren't running hand traps. They side deck, I believe, Maxis and Veilers. Not really sure about that, but I think, well, they definitely side deck Maxi, if I remember correctly, but I don't have to fear anything going first, and putting up one negation, or maybe 2 negations with the easy Anaconda, since this deck is so consistent. Invoke, that is, of getting out the first turn Anaconda for more BS, right? So, okay, Invoked Dragon leading 1-0, and SHADDOLLS up to go first, and luckily with the Ash Blossom I'm able to prevent the fusion from coming out, and I think that would have been Winda? Yeah, probably. Winda and Thunder King. Okay, yeah, Thunder King Ryo, definitely a solid choice against something like, well, Invoked, right? No searches, it prevents anything from being added from the deck. I do have a couple of options or negations, or, you know, getting rid of the Thunder King, and that's... well, a lot actually. Post side deck, that is Dark Ruler no more, which is definitely an instant staple post side deck. Triple Impermanence as well. Pancratops, not to forget, still at 2 here in the main deck. So again, I do have a couple of outs here for that particular Thunder King. So again, getting my desired multiple board negation, and I mean, the fact that your Dragon of Red Eye, it does so much. It negates, it pops, it can still attack for whatever reason. I mean, ridiculous card. Anyway, so again, I'm going second here this time. So this opening hand is could have been decent. Well, like Maxi going second, obviously, if well, Invoked, or at least if SHADDOLLS was able to open with Scepter, Chair, getting those multiple pluses off of Maxi, of maybe a fusion or whatever. But that wasn't the case. And now I do opt to set that. Ash Blossom, because, you know, being under emptiness, it forces you to make somewhat of a minus, I feel, to get rid of it. Maybe Sinister Shadow Games here in this case gets rid of the emptiness and might put SHADDOLLS in a winning position here this duel. But this is where the potential Ash Blossom again could have helped, but I made the choice of setting it and waited out a little bit. I could have tribute summoned for the, what is it called, the Trickster Carabine, but again, I opt to just wait. Let my opponent use those minuses, I guess, and, well, minuses, those cards to activate the self-destruction effect of emptiness, but I believe the Super Poly eventually is going to do it. Yeah, the side deck Super Polys, because I think the SHADDOLL deck indeed does side deck the Super Polys. Okay, so next duel, duel number 4, and after some thinking I was like, well, I think again I have to go first, right? Yeah, indeed, because same thought process as before, the fact that you can make Anaconda so easy, I mean, off of one normal summon of Alistair, I can already put Makaba on the field, and then any extender, again the deck runs multiple of those, I can put up my Dragon of Red Eyes as well, but boom, I get super polyed. Okay, this is going to change the duel. So again, Dragon not that invincible against something like Super Polymerization, and again, this was my play of keeping the impermanence in hand. Again, there was no reason, right? Because again, the Dragon would just discard anything to negate anything, while Makaba needs the specific card and the monster or trap to negate a trap from the opponent. So anyway, being able to negate the combos definitely helped out, but still, I think I have to discard, or yeah, indeed discard my monster because of Makaba, right? But I get super polyed again. Okay, what can I do about this? Nothing, I guess. And this is, I think, game. Yeah, there is a regular El Shaddol fusion going for the second construct, and I mean, I think I opened well. But the Super Poly cost me the duel, and the fact that, well, imagine that the SHADDOLLS was running, like, you know, maybe more stuff to, you know, get rid of Makaba and the Dark Fusion, the Dragon at the same time. That would have been ridiculous. But anyway, duel number 5, I opt to start again. And again, good opening, solid opening, getting out Dragon for the 1-off negation and having the Kaliga as well. So again, if my opponent or myself use a monster effect, both of us can't use more monster effects during that same turn. So this was a kind of a risky play, since again, if my opponent had compulse, I would not have been able to negate it with Dragon of Red Eyes, but there wasn't one. So immediately getting rid of the Kaliga, that makes my Dragon again live, and yeah, this is again the desired staple field, easy to go to field, so I can eventually go for game. So I think this was a good match, much better than I personally expected. I'm definitely honest about that, since I'm aware of how powerful Invoked Dragon is, and again, it's quite weak to interruption, and yeah, standard cards like Super Polymerization or Kaijus or whatever could, you know, make the deck, or stop the deck in its tracks. Some extra duels, 2 extra duels this time, again, just extending the video, prevent spoilers, right? And we finally see Shockmaster. So again, I believe 1 or 2 draws. 1 draw in the long run. Okay, yeah, probably leaving the light on the field. That's fine though. Shockmaster is eventually calling spells, I think. Because, well, yeah, you saw the draw off of Beast gave SHADDOLLS indeed Vanity's Emptiness, and that's basically going to lock up the duel. I do opt to try to attack over Falco, maybe attack over Beast as well, but Skomata hitting the field for the potential disruption. And if I would have been able to get off the Anaconda here for Dragon, I definitely could have get myself back in the duel, pop 2 cards from the opponents, since only spells were blocked, and again, having the potential Harpy's Feather Duster next turn, the Invoked field spell, with Impermanence set, I definitely could have made a comeback there, but again, quite expected, because that SHADDOLLS is running a lot of traps for disruption. Last extra duel, I think SHADDOLLS going first, and I see my opening hand, so I'm like, okay, this is not that bad. Well, Pankratops is of course sweet for the potential extra monster for the Link Summon, or for disruption, right? Interruption, disruption. Our popping effects, and we have the Veiler potentially to negate something, so that's all cool, all good. But the Dark Rule much more important, potentially negating stuff like Winda or the Earth Shakinaga, again, quite crucial, right? But at a small price, no damage here this turn, but it's all good. I can have my desired board, so yeah, what can this, how is this breakable? A Kaiju, not really sure if the SHADDOLL deck is running Kaiju, I don't think so, but cards like Super Poly, yeah, Super Poly is like an instant out, but that's basically it, I feel. Right? No, I don't think. Yeah, I think Super Poly again is one of those one-off outers, I guess. But doesn't really matter too much. Again, Invoked is attacking for game. So I think again you have a well-deserved winner here with well, Invoked Dragon getting the extra 3 points, while Holy Lightning SHADDOLLS gets the 2 points. And yeah, still a couple of matches, 2 matches left here in the first group. But much more important, next matchup, we are going to Group B. We first of all have Towers Turbo versus Paleozoic. So that's 60 card Paleos featuring Cross looks greener as well. So again, like always, feel free to leave your prediction which deck is going to win this one. Something important is that with the update of Master Rule 5 and the inclusion of Master Rule 5 in the tournament is that I believe it was last night, Konami revealed that Eternity Code will be postponed for the TCG. I believe its release will be somewhere in like June or July. I saw June, I think. And I probably just use the OCG list, and the deck updates will follow soon. Okay, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.